So, great people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me welcome you again to the program. I just want to welcome our brother, Laf Mayo, to the show. And
Thank you.
you're
Thank
welcome,
you for
bro.
having me. Yeah.
You're welcome. So, just like you have seen the title, we want to talk about Ruth, Matthew, and Jeremiah Omoto Fufeyin. This evening, about an hour ago or so, Bisola released a video that Ruth has been released. And before then, I had a conversation with, you won't believe this, a Liberian who is a Muslim, but he loves Jeremiah so much because of the money that Jeremiah is giving. So there is nothing you would say about Jeremiah that man believes in. So he was trying to defend Jeremiah. He was actually the person that sent me that other video that Ruth was bought to blackmail Jeremiah. And actually, yeah, when I watched that video, an average mind will want to believe that, but I still have to ask myself some questions. And so we just want to look at it. How did we get to this point that pastors are being accused now of stealing people's children? And coming from the angle of that young man that said Ruth was bought, is it really possible that somebody may have paid her? Like I was asking him, how much will anybody pay him as a person to come out and display that kind of a thing, knowing that if investigation is done, the person will be busted? He said that he will not do it. Nigerians can do it. But that one get me.
What does it mean by Nigerians can do it?
He said that Nigerians can do anything for money. So it is. Somebody says echoing. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Somebody reported that is echoing. Let's do something about it. Okay. I think the echo is gone now.
Okay.
All right. So the question is, because me and I, with the benefit of insight, like I was saying, I didn't know Jeremiah was capable of actually arresting that man that way. But I know that somebody will say that Jeremiah was only fighting for his reputation. And I was asking, do these men still have reputation at all? People that can fake prophecies, people that can fake, they fake miracles. And some of them have been reported to have raped women, impregnated them, and do all sort of things. People that don't seem to have reputation. What reputation, could they possibly be trying to preserve? But as a human, I believe that everybody has the right to actually fight for what he believes is real. And that's why me, even though I am sympathetic of Ruth, but I am in the middle. I just want what is justice to prevail. If Ruth is not saying the truth, let justice prevail. If eventually it is found out that Jeremiah or anybody who took the woman's son, let that person be brought to book. So I would just like to to introduce you, my brother, and then we'll take it from there. What do you think? I know you have been covering this thing in your channel, and it is not new. So I will just leave you to have your way from here. God bless you.
Okay, so to me, like you said, I like to put myself in people's shoes, put myself in Jeremiah's shoes, and put myself in Ruth Matthew's shoes. So if I'm going to put myself in Jeremiah's shoes, I don't I don't believe, because if you're arresting the woman, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're arresting Ruth Matthews, what are the charges? Is it defamation of character? What exactly are you arresting her for? But when she was arrested and they want to charge her to court, they did not charge her for defamation of character. They charged her for collecting money or doing some form of crowdfunding under false pretext, according to them. So Jeremiah, the question is, what did Jeremiah do when the initial allegation came out?
Exactly.
If the woman says, "Oh, my child is missing in your church," did you do a follow-up allegation? Did you go to the police to report? Even when she went to the police, if it was like plain, like, okay, the child is missing in this church, why don't you take this matter to the police and let them do an investigation? Let me ask the children's department. Let me call this person. Call this person. At least do something to at least show that you you are not complicit. Just at least do something. But the woman said she went to the police station. You know what? You know the matter now. They said, children have been missing in that church. Later, the man, the DPO came out to deny that he didn't say that and all that and all that, which is hearsay, allegedly, because it's the woman's word versus the DPO's word. Since she didn't have a
Exactly.
recording, then she has no proof of that. So it's just hearsay. If it goes to court, that's hearsay. It's my word versus your word. But the signs, the way Jeremiah handled the matter, does not show a man that is not complicit.
Mhm.
He didn't handle the matter like if that kind of thing happened in, say, MFM, or say it happened in maybe one of these churches around that are known.
Mm.
I know for a fact that they would at least even call the police or at least make an effort to look for the child. And for the person saying that the woman was bribed, I don't think the woman was paid to do that, because the children, if they pay her, did they pay her children to say, "Oh, my kid brother is missing," or did she coerce her children to start crying and saying, "Oh, they took my kid brother," and so I, I know we're in Nigeria. When we talk, we have to be careful the way we talk, because if we were, say, in more Badejo shoes where there are laws, you know, we can say, but here in Nigeria, we are kind of handicapped, if I will use that word. Our hands are
Yeah,
kind of chained. Our hands are kind of chained. So we cannot, if we say you want to do a proper investigation into this, my brother, anything can happen to you. I was speaking to Bisola, and it was just God that saved her. If she had not used her brain, maybe they would have carried her too and lost her too. Because she used her brain. That's why they thought the matter. And it was because of Bisola has shined a lot of light on this matter. I believe, because when they took her to Abuja police station, there was no official case file. It was more of a kidnap. Because you cannot just take somebody and lock them up without charging them. And you could tell they didn't have what they wanted to charge her for. They were a scrambling to make up a charge. That was why they came up with that charge of crowdfunding, whatever. So if the Nigerian police, what they were supposed to do in the first place was investigate the matter the woman is talking about. My baby is missing. My 2-year-old baby is missing. The matter was just put in the back burner. It's not even being mentioned that the woman's child is missing. So I I really don't understand. Honestly, it's sad. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. And to me, I don't think the woman was bribed. I don't think anybody bribed the woman to do this. And I also don't think Jeremiah handled the matter as a man that is not complicit. Because why are all the videos Brekete made suddenly off the internet? All the initial videos deleted. Why was the woman? He said video that man said to you. The woman was looking coerced. Like if when you're coercing somebody to make confessions or make statements, and they do that a lot in Nigeria. When you go to police stations to write statements, they always try to intimidate you to write what they want you to write. I remember a case, same thing. You'll be like, hey, so what happened? You go there, go there, go there, write up. But that's not what happened. Write up. Why should I write? And they'll tell your lawyer not to come and sit with you when you're writing a statement. Does that make any sense? Why did I now bring a lawyer? Shouldn't the lawyer watch what I'm writing? Shouldn't the lawyer be by my side to watch what I'm doing? But no, they'll tell a lawyer to stay outside. Your lawyer should not be where you are writing a statement. So they can coerce you.
That was what they wanted to do to Bisola yesterday.
Yeah. So they can coerce you into writing whatever they want you to write, which makes no sense whatsoever. It's a shame that the Nigerian police has gotten to this. It's a shame that this country is the way it is, because I don't know. I don't know anymore. Like I told you before we started this live video, honestly, I'm tired. You can tell from my demeanor. I'm tired. I am. We've been doing this for what, 7 years? And it seems the more we talk, the more of these people are creeping up. And it's like, so I don't know.
All right, you know when that guy was speaking with me in the morning, I was asking him a question. I said, I came to your house, for instance, and you saw me with this phone. I came with this phone. You saw the phone, and I spent some time with you. We chatted, and you even admired the phone. The phone, this phone is fine. And then after some time, I wanted to leave, and then I discovered that I can't find my phone again.
My phone.
And I was like, if you are the person, what will you do? He was trying to beat about the bush, but eventually he accepted that as the owner of the house, and he saw this phone. The next thing he would do was that he would call the people in the house and find out what has happened to this person that came to this house. He came with phone. I saw the phone. So what has happened to the phone? You see, what
then at least report the matter to the police.
Very, very right, because if Jeremiah had done what he was supposed to have done, initially, if he did what he was supposed to have done, engaging either anybody in the church, or at least not concerned. That woman said Jeremiah admired that boy. So for me, naturally, he ought to have shown a kind of surprise. You mean this boy I just spoke about now?
This boy I just spoke about, this young boy. That boy I liked. Exactly. Call the drama coordinator, call the church leader. What's happening? Go and report to police. Police will come. They will, at least. Even if show us as a father. As a father, you born Peking now.
You know, the man was like, the reason why Jeremiah chased away was that the woman was shouting, Jeremiah has stolen my Peking. Jeremiah has stolen my Peking. I was like, did you see a video? He said he saw the video. And I said,
where is the video?
Send me that one. This one now that is no longer on Brekete. The one that the woman seemed to slightly differ from what she told them in the past. And then the question now is, whether she went there with a stepdaughter or she went there with an adult. But the thing is that, did that baby get lost within and around that place? Because in that video, I was actually trying to play the video. She said that she spent 6 days in their guest house, and I don't know how much she must have paid in that guest house for 6 days with that condition that she was in. Once her money expired, they chased her out, and she said that she was shown another place where they told her she could stay with her children. And that place also belonged to the church. Now, and she spent 1 month waiting for Jeremiah, waiting to see Jeremiah. Now, it was in the process of this waiting for 1 month that child got, missing. And the natural reaction of every person, whether you're a mother, in fact, any human being that has conscience, the natural reaction will be, and she's a woman, she's crippled, and she went through a lot. And that woman is training those children alone. Instead, her husband has left her. Her husband abandoned her. Whatever they are trying to twist, that was the reason why the husband left. Is it relevant in this case? So now
It's not really relevant.
Yeah, you didn't do whatever you were supposed to do. What action did you take? Because if you had shown enough responsibility, I bet you, whether this woman eventually found the son or not, Jeremiah would not have been dragged to the point where we are now.
Exactly.
And now the surprising thing now is that at court now, they are not talking about what the woman is saying.
Because if Jeremiah is concerned about woman defaming him, then the case should be defamation of character. Then when you do that, then it's up to the woman, the lawyers, to subpoena the police force to say, okay, there was no proper investigation done into this. Why isn't there a proper investigation to at least address this woman's case? But you arrest the woman now, you did not talk about what I'm sure he can even say he's not the one that arrested the woman. They can say Jeremiah is not the one that arrested the woman.
Yeah, but we know the pattern now. When was the last time Nigerian police has been able to pay for Okada? That is bike. When was the last time Nigerian police paid?
They never have fuel. They never have fuel.
An arrest. Is that now if they want to pity yourself, they will ask you that you go rent taxi, you hire taxi. If they want to show you mercy completely. Now Nigerian police now suddenly can fly somebody on air. We know it was sponsored, and there's no other person in the picture apart from Jeremiah. There's no other person in the picture. And for me, I should think that, Apostle Cassie, he actually brought a dimension into it that nobody was actually thinking of. Yeah, yesterday he was talking about CCTV, and the video of that complex that I saw, that place, man, looked like paradise on earth. So there is no way that kind of a place will not be really covered with CCTV. So if both in and outside, I want to believe that even outside the fence, there must be cameras, monitoring the scenes. What did he do? What did they do? The security men, or is it that they're all daft? Both the security personnel there, they didn't know what to do.
No investigation whatsoever was carried out. No effort was made to even try. So when people come out to try to defend Jeremiah, at least let's look at the two sides. Let's put ourselves in Jeremiah's shoes and put ourselves in the woman's shoes and look at the facts of the matter. If he had done what he was supposed to do, like we said earlier, nobody would be accusing him like this. Nobody would be accusing him. Now it seems like more of intimidation than actually. This is more of intimidation.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I really don't know.
my friend was saying that it was an enemy of Jeremiah that brought this case up. That the case was finished already, and in 2019 when it came out
Okay.
first. And
So
so
did
that
the
it was
woman see her
an
baby?
enemy that went to dust it
Was it
off.
not Prof X that brought it up?
Yeah, he was saying that somebody from Nigeria, was the
No, I
person
think it
that
was
gave.
Prof X.
Yeah,
They're saying somebody gave Prof X the
gave it
info
to
to do
Prophet.
this.
It might be making
Okay.
sense, and
Yeah,
actually, my my mind is telling me of someone I will not mention here. You
I
get it?
know who you're thinking.
Yeah. So and this person has been trying to find a way of getting at this person. But the thing is that if you must come to equity, your hands must be clean. If there is if
Yes,
nothing, if there is nothing for Jeremiah to hide or to be afraid of, it doesn't matter how many enemies are supposedly that he has. The thing
exactly.
is, the woman is crying for her child, and
Mm.
me, I would have thought that if this church was like any other church that is being pastored or being led by responsible leadership, the
Yeah.
approach would have been different.
Yes.
The approach to the matter would have been different. You see,
Yes. It's like
nobody can
even
categorically
even in
say,
redeem, even in redeem,
"Mm,
somebody goes and lost miss their child in this their camp. They'll still make an effort as that camp big reach. They'll still
exactly,
make an effort to look for the child now. At
exactly."
least.
I have been to big crusades, and in
Mm.
every big church like that, there is always a department where if anybody finds a straying child, they will
Yeah.
take the child to that department, and then
Yeah.
an announcement will be put forth. If you're looking for your baby, or
Your
if the baby
baby.
is his or her name, or the
Mm.
parent's name, they will announce, so and so, come to such and such a place and come and get your child.
Your child.
So that video that I watched is even claiming that in Mercy City that there is no children department. Have you heard something like that before?
So where the people that come with their children keep them? Do they
I
carry
don't
children
know.
to the
I really don't, that would be the first I'm hearing that in a big church like that they don't have they don't have provision for children. Somebody is saying I have a question again. I even asked the same question before on your platform. My man of wisdom. Does this case of fraud and the loss of the child
it has
invest
no relationship whatsoever.
at all? At all.
Like what fraud are they talking about? The woman is staying in a tattered house.
In
It
a
was because
cripple.
of that. It was because of that people looked at her like, this woman, she cannot even feed her children. Let's contribute money and give her money to at least get stay in a better place. So how is this fraud if people gave you money?
The issue is I really do not know. Did the police people, is it really that there's nobody among them that can reason well, or is
But see, when you relate with them, you'll be amazed. Education is good though. You'll be
very good man?
amazed the caliber of people they take into the Nigerian police force. It's a
Hmm,
shame. It's a
hmm.
shame because even a child on the streets can put one or two or three together to say this. Once they want to arrive at a conclusion, they will look for every possible angle to arrive at that conclusion.
Mm.
That is their own.
You know that somebody like that, the woman has not openly asked anybody for money,
No,
okay, now had it been that you as Jeremiah that you have probably called her because from what the woman said, they have pressured her to give her 2 million, to give her 5 million, and to buy her a car, a car that we branded in her name, and she has rejected it. If she eventually accepted that, I don't know. But even if she accepts it, you are the one that called her. She had not called you to sit down and say, okay, if you give me this money now, I will stop.
I will stop talking about this
Yes,
exactly.
I will stop. And
Because
if you want to
when you
make
are
it
talking about that, when you are giving her that money, I don't think you make it clear that this is a for your child. You just say, oh, to make peace, let's make peace so that we settle this matter and blah, blah. So that is how you give her the money, hoping that she will just make peace and forget. You not make it clear in a written document to say that this money is for is to pay you off.
The thing is that for Jeremiah, I'm sorry, I'm not right. I don't denigrate people. I don't class people, no. But his mentality, the way of his thinking is like, to him, money is everything. To
Yeah,
him, if you just want to, to solve anything, just brandish
throw
money.
money at it. Mm.
The family in Germany whose son died in one of his programs in
Yeah.
Germany. He reached out to them, and
Yes, I saw the
luckily
video.
enough for me, I saw a video
Yeah,
that woman who called Ruth, that was offering
yeah.
Ruth 500,000. I saw that video on her Facebook profile where they were begging this family to collect money.
I saw the video. We did a video on it. We talked about it.
Aha, okay,
1 million.
yeah.
We talked about it, and the guy collected it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, after much pressure, after
Yeah.
much pushing, after much, they were trying hard to convince him that this is not
Mm.
to buy the child, because what the family was talking about was not money. They were like,
Mm.
Our son died in your program. You didn't even show face, and the kind of the how do I put it now? Where they classified Jeremiah, the woman was like, when they brought the son out from that tank, that she expected Jeremiah, as a great man of God that he is, to come out and declare, so that the boy will come back to life. And when people are under desperation, they expect, in fact, they want to believe that that man of God is God himself, that whatever he says
Yeah,
comes to pass.
exactly.
But unknown to her, Jeremiah was actually bundled away from that crusade ground. He was smuggled out of the place, and
Wow.
there was no way of reaching them. That was their problem. And the next thing was to package money to go and give to them. And this is the same thing that they are trying to play with. To let's give her
Somebody
money.
asked me the question like, okay, so Ruth is crippled. I say yes. And she went to a miracle church with a powerful man. I say yes. So why didn't he heal her of of being crippled? I said, I don't know. That's me. Why are you asking me?
Oh my God. La la. Cassie was asking if the CCTV was bad. Maybe the CCTV had problem. At least there was a video where he located the woman that abandoned her own child.
Yeah, one
So
child.
he
That one.
located
He said, I take them to police station.
So wouldn't it have been easier, because he should have used that power that he has, and this whole thing would have been solved. Ruth would have known, hey, Ruth, through the spirit, I can trace your son. I know where
Yes, your son.
and you
Yeah.
just go and get the son. This matter would have died safe. In fact, Ruth have even go to the police station.
Exactly.
You see, because this is the kind of case that kind of gift is needed more.
Exactly.
Somebody say he is worried about his non-existent brand instead of showing compassion. See that we were saying. People who, for me, they have already lost whatever credibility they think that they have. They have lost, and he's fighting too hard to preserve, this. And just like Sule, these people can do anything. To be sincere with you, I didn't know that Jeremiah is also good at using police. I thought it's only Suleiman. I thought it's only Suleiman that does, this kind of a thing. Now I don't know. There was something you were saying in the beginning. These people who are not within the country here, who are outside, they talk tough. Even though that me by nature, I don't like using strong words. It is difficult for me to call people names, all these like perfects. perfect and open his mouth, and he will, that is his own style. Sister Maureen can also be very, very, loud about
Blunt,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, by nature, I don't speak like that. But even if I'm natured to speak like that, they don't know that here in this place, it is the grace of God that is speaking. One day they can
Yeah.
just come in the night. You know how Hawk used to carry chicken.
Yes.
They'll just come in the night and I will just pick one. you know, but it's just that I'm doing it because I'm convinced. I'm convinced that I'm doing the right thing. I'm convinced that it is an assignment. You see, it is a very deadly thing that we are doing. Even when somebody told Amos, I know we kill you, it means that something is wrong. It means he probably has been killed. So, but for Amos, I will not kill him. You see, I will not kill him. So the thing is, now that Ruth is out, she has just been bailed. My conclusion is that they are leaving the mention and they are chasing shadows.
Yeah.
Would this lady be able to get justice? Because now even this other that went there from the airport to stand for her from the airport, if she went there, they bamboozled her. So she even left the of trying to speak for Ruth and started bargaining for her own freedom.
For our own self.
you see how wicked these people are. They know she was coming for the lady. So they first and foremost intimidated her. She has been experienced in things like that. They would have just intimidated her. Maybe today they may be charging her for armed robbery because
God.
So, at this point that it is that they are not charging her for something different, I actually fear that she will get justice. I fear she will get justice. I'm not sure.
Do you ever think, the truth is that, do you ever think she would get justice in Nigeria? Let's be frank. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We and I know she will not get justice. You and I know. This is a country where there's no such thing as justice. All the people that have killed there, that have died during NSAS, where is the justice? Or the girl that they killed in the BRT bus, where is the case today?
My God.
People will just shout on social media for a while, shout and shout and shout. That's when people come, and there's only few people that understand to know that, oh, our hands are tied. When people come and say, oh, you don't talk about this, you don't talk about that, you don't talk about this. Can you do what we are doing if you are in a system like this? You can't.
That's it. That's it. I see. I can guarantee you, majority of the people who are, sometimes even I get discouraged because those who seem to be talking tough, they are projected as being the people who are doing the main thing, who are fighting.
Yeah.
Whereas you are also being threatened by the people you are speaking against. Some people are saying you that you are not saying the truth, that you are not coming out. But the people you are talking to have actually, the thing is getting to them. I know somebody, people have called me about the man in OFM that I should be careful of him, that he can kill. There was a person who called me too that they were going to sue me because of the video that I did. But some persons will be classifying you from the apostles of the people you are talking about. You are Satan. From the other angle of people who say they love the truth, you are not doing enough. Like when Maureen was taken to court by Suleiman, I contacted her to give me the link of the GoFundMe. All this, I don't know much about those things.
Yes.
So that he should give me the link of the GoFundMe. She didn't reply on time. somebody came to my channel and I was like, I thought you were a lover of truth. Are you this weak that people are talking of Maureen Badejo, you're not talking of her? Or have you been compromised? You're too weak for this fight. Nah, I was like, now what's in this now? What's the problem? Could you imagine that this person went to what is her name? Summer video under the summer video, and wrote there that he told me to do a video for Maureen, and I was attacking him. There, I was like, what kind of woman being are you? So it is a complicated thing. It is not easy, but we will not stop. Me will not stop because we know that the more we talk, there are people that this thing is getting to, and it may not actually.
Because we get calls every day. It's because of those people that we keep going. That's why I said from the beginning. I said there are people that appreciate us because when they call, they say, "Yeah, wow, you are doing that in that country." Wow, they know. They know. Only some people that want to come and talk when they can do what we do. Like,
Yeah.
I would say I'll be able to talk about a South African prophet. I can talk to Bushiri, I can talk to, because I'm not in South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. But I can't talk that way about a Nigerian prophet. Because when I'm talking about a Nigerian prophet, I have to use the Bible, even the Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct.
Of course.
Because when they come for you, at least you have something to defend yourself against.
Yeah.
Like, I learned from my Lost Chosen case. That was where I learned from. That when you come out and say it's bad, and it gets to the case time to defend it, they can easily bring things to defend themselves, but you can't.
Exactly.
So when you're doing,
that was the problem. That was the problem Solomon had with Lukao. That was the same problem he had with Lukao.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk and talk, you have to exactly. That's the same thing when Bukatu came to court. So they think it's easy. People just come and talk and talk and talk. Can you do it? When in the face of every known blogger you know has been paid off. The only people that I know that are still standing is you, me, Bisola, Maureen in Nigeria. So when they offer you, like I tell people, everybody has a price. Sure. I'm not me, you know me, I don't hide my mouth. Everybody has a price because the same people you're fighting for, they don't appreciate what you do. So, and you get intimidated. At the point you sit down, at some point when I open my computer to upload a video, I close it. I just close it back. Even Joshua sometimes will come, let's shoot. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. It's not so easy to keep going. Keep going. 7 years we've been talking. 7 years we've been doing this back to back every day. What is our game? We've lost a lot of things for standing for the truth. Yeah, the people you're standing for are the people that will still come and fight you. But at least now we're getting people to call us, to appreciate us, to tell us, guys, keep going, we love you. Those are the people that keep us going. But anybody that wants to come out and run their mouth to say you're not trying, let them open a YouTube channel and do what we do and see if it's so easy. YouTube is free. They're not going to charge them for opening a channel. It's free.
Sure. Wow. The thing is that even though we are talking about it now on a lighter mood, but to be sincere with you, I get heartbroken to think that the church is suffering this kind of these people have raped the church.
Yeah.
Have raped the innocence of the church. The church is no longer innocent. and it is the quicker people understand that what we are having now, some of these guys are not for church. They are businessmen.
They're businessmen.
They are just on it for business. And that's why I'm asking a question. How did we get here? What happened? Because it's like we just close our eyes and open it and we are here. You know.
No,
Pastor Fufeyin,
I would say it's a domino effect. It's a domino. It's like a house of cards. When there's a study that shows that 80% of Africans are dual religion. So while they are shouting, "Oh Allah," they are shouting, "God, Holy Ghost fire," they are carrying calabash to go and put in the junction. Now, when people don't stand for something, they fall for anything. You're in the church. The place where the worst things can happen to you is in the church. And it didn't start today. It's only out today because of social media, because of people like you and I, because of people that talk. It didn't start today. It's always been there. But because there is no social media to bring it out, this is an information age. That's why these things are coming out. Even the same guy is Papa that is exalting. Even him, back then, there are cases against him. People said you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah.
You cannot give what you don't have.
Yeah.
So when these occultic men back then lay their hands on these pastors now, not even the young ones, the ones that are training the young ones, they pass that spirit into them, and it keeps going from generation to generation. And the people who are supposed to see the truth and say it, they don't say the truth because it's a domino effect. Because even they hide under the cloak of "touch not my anointed." So be like, we can't talk about a pastor. He's a pastor. Let God judge him. It's between him and God. That is the major damage that damaged Africa. Touch not my anointed. That is what damaged. I always tell people, I say anything that you cannot ask question, run away. That's why I always end my video with question everything. Even God will want you to ask questions. If I ask you a question, you don't give me an answer, tell me you don't know. Don't fear mong and tell me, "Oh, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." I'm telling you why. How come this young lady is accusing you of rape and you're telling me touch not my anointed? And even the girl's father cannot come out and talk because she's accusing their papa in quote. So automatically his own daughter is lying and papa is saying the truth. So it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. Once it piles, then we don't know how we got to. We say we don't know how we got here, but we encourage this whole thing, and we are complicit in allowing this till we got to this point. A church in a building like 10 churches will be playing different instruments. Look at Redeem opening a branch every corner you walk, you see a Redeem church. What has that added to the society at large? If those Redeem churches are educational centers or research centers, won't we be better for it?
There was a story that this will make you laugh. A certain pastor of Redeem was running a church in a place. So the owner of that apartment said he wanted to renovate it, the hall. So, either 400,000 before 800,000 to eat, either 500 or 600,000. I'm not sure now. But what I'm sure is that somebody, a fellow pastor in the same church, came from behind, paid him 900,000. I mean, the same church, the same is not as if this is deeper life, this is redeemed. This has happened at Mushi.
You can imagine.
Same church. Is an allergy. An allergy. So, allergy like money now. So he collected 900. And when the other guy came, he said, "Now your brother, now your brother came." The same church. The same church. So when you say something like that happening, then of course you understand when we say some are turning it to money-making ventures. You know,
it's a business. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's a business center. I like to call it a business center. They have how much they contribute to the headquarters. It's a business center. Let's not hide what it is. It is what it is. Nigerian churches are business centers. It's all about. I asked these men of God. God called you. Say yes. If today they say nobody should pay tithes, nobody should pay offering, nobody should make any seed contribution, no, nothing, no, will you still have the fire to do the work of God? Will you still do it? They will not.
It's true. It's true.
Let's take away the tithe, take away the offering, take away the seeds, take away everything. Will you still do the work of God? What is the work of God? Jesus said, go into the world and preach the gospel. Jesus did not say go into the world and be buying private jets or go into the world and be, you know, what Jesus said. Go into the world and preach the gospel. You can't tell me you need private jet to preach the gospel. Are you joking? You can't tell me you need to build a mega church to preach the gospel. Because all of them, their goal seems to be a mega church.
That brings me to the that brings me to a question I was asking one pastor. I said, you see, it is good to have a comfortable place of worship, but now cathedral is becoming a competition.
Yeah.
Before it used to be Canaan land. Canaan land used to be the largest of the
biggest.
Yes. Now Enenshe came. And I think before Enenshe, Iginla did it. And after Iginla, Enenshe took over. Now after Enenshe, I think there's one woman, what is the name of that woman now? She's a white garment church prophetess. I think her house is now the largest. Apart from Ibiyome. Ibiyome own now is bigger than Enenshe's own.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, I've forgotten the name of that woman. Now, so it is becoming now a kind of a competition. So I was asking the pastor, all these things that we are building now, and for somebody like me, I believe in the coming of Jesus. I believe that Jesus is coming. I preach it, I believe it, I live it, and I'm conscious of his coming. So, but all these wonderful things we are now building, are we building it for who?
Who are we building it for?
Because to me, you know, these competitions, they are not necessary. They aren't necessary at all. Then
and that is how. And let me. Sorry to cut you short. This is how this starts. All these charismatic men of God, when these young ones coming up see that, oh, I can be this charismatic, this flamboyant. When they start well. When they preach and preach and preach, nobody they don't see that money because they went into the ministry with that mind of, oh, I want to be like this man, I want to be like this man. When they go for Christian Association of Nigeria meeting, they see this one coming with convoy, see this one coming with convoy. They will feel like they're not doing the work of God. They'll go and meet the other ones and say, Daddy, they say, follow who no road, oh, brother. They will follow.
Oh my God.
They will carry them to follow who know road, carry them to where they got their tumbo. Then put them in.
And and you see, that is the reason why no leader, no leader can be able to at least call somebody like our guy in OFM, call him to order and
Mm.
say, boy, come, your scandal is too much. What is it? What is the problem? At least
It's
advise him and
gossip.
say,
It's gossip they go to that Christian Association of Nigeria to do. To gossip themselves. That's what they go there to do.
so
They
it's
don't have anything they are doing there.
it is a problem. It's a problem because the system is so polarized that you're on your own, I'm on my own. And even though
Mm.
you say I am your papa,
Yeah.
and you are bringing to me 10 million naira tithes, somehow. And at the end of every month, I expect that 10 million. That 10
Mm.
million could become so idolatrous to me that if I
Yeah.
look at you, if I look at you on the face, I will not be able to tell you, boy, this is your
Mm.
adultery case. I
Yes.
won't touch this money because it is stained. This scandals.
Mm.
I don't. If you are my son, indeed, I'm not supposed to be associated with this kind of story. What is this thing I'm
Mm.
hearing?
I'm
Because
hearing.
I believe they may not tell us the truth. They may not tell us the truth outside here, but they should have somebody that they can go to. Papa, as they say, is your papa. Papa, see, I'm having problem in this area. If truly these people are serving God,
Mm.
because there's no way you will have, you say you're serving God, you don't have relationship with God. There's no way you can be living consistently in scandals
You
every
can't give
time when
what you don't have. It comes back to that. You cannot give what you don't have.
that is
99.9% of them don't have it. They
that's
have
a problem.
compromised a
That's the
long time
problem.
ago.
That's the
I
problem.
beat my chest to say 99.9% of them don't have it.
It's a problem because if they have people that they can listen to, Jeremiah Omoto Fufeyin would not have arresting this lady has done much damage to his person.
Mm.
In fact, even if the woman is lying and the whole world knows she is lying, even if that is, I'm saying now that let's assume that Ruth Matthew has been
He's
lying
lying.
against Jeremiah,
Yes.
and everybody has come to know that she is lying.
Mm.
Picking her up with police the way he did, eh, has in fact
Yes.
it's like when you are a guy and you are in the
Yes.
public and the woman is disrespecting you, and people are
Yes.
seeing it that she's disrespecting you, she's even abusing you. Maybe you want to enter Bodwe, and the woman is manhandling you. People will see it too. But the
Yes.
moment you raise your hand to slap the woman there, everybody
Exactly.
there will take it against you. Not
Exactly.
to talk of this kind of a person. She's a woman that is helpless, hapless. She is, the condition she is in, and her children. There is nobody to take care of them. Now,
To take care of
these things
them.
were not taken into consideration. And the next thing was for me, they didn't arrest her. She was kidnapped.
It was a kidnap.
Honestly speaking, she was kidnapped. So I was asking in one of my videos, I was like, these people, do they have anything like church council that they sit down together to take to deliberate on matters before they go on to act on it? Or is it that anything that Papa says,
Is anything Papa says now? Papa is the author and the finisher.
uh,
Is anything
uh,
Papa says that goes?
it, 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 it,
Anything.
it is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. I am still asking because I really don't know if it was COVID-19 actually that I know there are fake pastors. I know that there are false preachers, false prophets, people like Bushiri and the Hubert Angel. The day I saw him first on television, my spirit hated him immediately.
Mm.
My spirit hated him, and that was the day there were two women. One was pregnant, so he told one, I can tell you how old your pregnancy is. And it was like, I'm just trying to paraphrase now. I may not be accurate, but the thing went like 6 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. Can you imagine? And the woman was just saying yes, 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 yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So you're not looking at are you stupid? How can you
Is
know
that,
if
is that how prophecy works?
my God? Yeah. So
Is that
the
how
woman that
prophecy
was saying
works?
yes, the woman that was saying yes, you don't even know how old your pregnancy
Your
is.
baby,
You
yeah,
didn't put it there. Even if you go for scan will
scan. They can't tell you to that point.
yeah? So
You
you
should
better
have
just
told her when she had sex now.
ah
Clown.
oh my
That
God.
one is just a clown. And they will exalt themselves. You can see the way he's exalting Chris Oyakilome.
Hmm. Yeah.
When we started this thing, when I saw this, I told people that every time I say 99 point something percent, people will say you have started. Today, those same people are coming back to tell me that you are right.
Hmm.
They are coming back to say it.
Somebody saying Jeremiah knew the woman expected him to heal her. He knew he cannot, so he stole the son, and when she raised dust, they had to walk her out of the church. So he,
uh,
instead of solving, and that is that that's the problem, because had it been that this woman has been exposed to the truth, the problem that took her to Jeremiah, she didn't so much need a pastor to pray for her. She didn't need a
that
pastor
is
to pray.
the thing is, all the people that go to these prophetic churches, when you ask them, what are you looking for? In all honesty, they don't know. I just received a call from one woman, one lady in Canada too. Why are you going to prophetic churches? She didn't know. She just wanted to go for an operation and she was just scared. And you're not in Nigeria, you're in a place where the doctors are top notch, equipment, they have everything. So where
Uh,
well,
somehow how people grew, has a way of influencing their behaviors, how they act and what they believe. You know that there's some of us that think that delivering babies through CS is a sign that God has rejected it.
exactly. Some people even think IVF is not is not of God. Like what kind of stupid
So, several women in the name of trying to prove that God has not rejected them has died in the
mm,
process. Died. It is about it's just about this problem, because when you are sitting under a pastor that doesn't even know the word of God, he doesn't know the Bible.
when have you heard that one preach before? That
That's the
man.
question. That's the question I want to
When
ask.
have you heard him
When
preach
was the
or
last
quote
time
one Bible verse?
Jeremiah opened Bible? I mean, open Bible. And if for me, Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. All he talks about, eh, from beginning to the end of the service is money, 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 money,
Prophecy. Can I
eh,
prophesy? Can I?
money and
We
pro.
have
It's not nice. Can I pro?
preach,
Can I pro?
preach,
Cha.
preach.
And
We
then
can
you go.
castigate Suleiman. We can castigate Suleiman all we want. But at least Suleiman preaches.
Yes. In
At least
fact,
he preaches.
if you listen to Suleiman and now hear this thing that is being said about him, you would doubt that thing is all
Mm,
about Suleiman, because Suleiman he is a walking Bible. The man
yes.
has Bible here. He has enough of, but now you now ask yourself, what is wrong? What is wrong? Now somebody like you, Omoto, can quote for you about Hebrew women, that you deliver like Hebrew women. And that thing is not scriptural. That you quote
Mm,
it, that I will deliver. Anybody who reads that scripture very well will understand that those nurses projected that as an answer to deceive Pharaoh.
mm.
That wasn't the true situation of things. That because Pharaoh told them if the women deliver male children, kill them. But they refused to do that. And in order to save their head from Pharaoh, they now told Pharaoh that the Jewish women are not like the Egyptian women, that they don't even need wives to attend to them. That ever before we get to them, they would have delivered. Now they just said that. And then a half-baked Christian will come and pick it.
They will just pick one line. They will not pick what precedes that line.
Exactly.
Pick one that what precedes the verse. Read everything that precedes the verse now. Say, how can you just come and pick this is chapter 5? What about 1, 2, 3, 4?
So that's the problem. That's the problem. When the pastor doesn't know, how then will the member who will not read the Bible know? How will a member who will not read the Bible know? You see? Viewers, if you want to join us, if you want to join this conversation, we'll soon be rounding off in the next 15-20 minutes. We'll be rounding off. If you want to contribute, just call on either the number you're seeing, or use if you want to appear live, if you want to appear in the video, use the link that is in the chat area to call in and join. Call in and join. Ruth has been released today. In case you're joining us, you're just joining us. Ruth has been released on bail. But just as we were saying that the charges preferred against her is not that she is crying, but that she's even Jeremiah is not talking about the woman defaming him. He's not talking about that.
No.
He's talking about money. So the problem of Jeremiah is money. All his entire life is money. Something about him is wrong. With that man, with that prophet, something is definitely wrong. See, something is wrong. And if in that court they are not able to talk about what the woman is crying for, because then that's not the charges. Except the woman now will now have to hire her own lawyer and now sue Jeremiah separately. But then it's a complicated case. It's a complicated case. And I was talking to somebody, let me not mention his name. I said I was asking for the woman's detail, and he said that the phone, that her numbers now not necessary to give me the numbers now, because when the woman comes out, the numbers will be changed. And I was like,
that number matter is another matter altogether. We will talk about that one offline. Another matter entirely.
What I want to bring in was that I was thinking of this lawyer that Israel Balogun used. That guy he's a very good lawyer.
Yeah.
And with the goodwill around this woman, I'm sure that people would have contributed money to get that kind of lawyer for this woman. But somebody told me that lawyers are coming from US. So
we waited for lawyer for US. Just leave that one. Leave him. By the time this matter said to you, we will hear. Okay. We waited for lawyer for US. We've been waiting for lawyer for US in the past couple of days now. We have not seen lawyer from US.
You're aware of it too.
I'm aware from the lawyer from US. Maybe his plane crashed on the road. We don't know.
Oh, and that there was a Chinese plane crash. So
maybe he was maybe he was taking a route through China to enter from Hong Kong there. And the funny part is that people are calling, oh, this person is doing this. I'm like, stop calling me to tell me that this person is doing this. This person is just there doing lip service and coming online to say nonsense. What is he actually doing? Taking all the glory. The person that is going to free the woman is almost being arrested. Why that idiot sits down where he is and be making videos? He will hear from me. Me, I don't keep quiet. He will hear. Let this case just die.
It is well. It is well. Yeah, I'm looking at it that we actually should be cooperating. Not this, because see Maureen's case.
Before I got that number, it was after that woman was arrested. It was after that woman was arrested. That's when I said, oh, so you people are hiding the number now. Shebi she has been arrested. Okay, don't bring the number. Let's see how they will help her. Bisola was already in Abuja. Before I could convince those people to drop that number, I had to do a three-way call. I was even driving and doing call.
It is well, it is well.
I don't know anybody that is doing this for ulterior motive. At the end of the day, your true motive will show.
Exactly. It is well, my brother. This person is one of our pastor here in Germany. Once announced on pulpit that if you sell drugs and bring me the money, I will pray over it and use it. So, which means it's not only black pastors that are corrupt.
How do you know this person is not a black pastor? How do you know it's not? It's a rhetorical question. How do you know the person is not a black pastor? Because in Germany does not mean it's not a black pastor now.
I just wish. Okay.
You're back. Network carry you there.
Yes.
Somebody called you.
Okay. Yeah. No. It was network. I'm actually using a MTN router.
Okay.
Okay. the sister has replied me that the pastor is black.
Yeah. What did I say? What did I say? You're too quick. I know it's a black pastor. It's even your brother. It's your brother, sir.
You know, somebody sent me a message that a pastor was raising prayer point in his church. And the prayer point was, oh God, send the Yahoo boys to my church. Jesus is Lord. God have mercy. Now God should send Yahoo boys to his church. And the prayer point to he raised it for congregation to pray.
Our congregation are praying.
Of course.
God send Yahoo boys to our church.
Okay, now see, this viewer said one pastor once said he doesn't want money from the Yahoo boys, and the church started being empty. They all fled to winners where they felt comfortable in their sin.
Yeah.
See now, you see, and this is the problem. Where the truth will be preached, you will see few people. You see very few people there. But when they are scammed, they will not be come out. That is it. I always tell people.
They don't want a place. They don't want, and that is what the church should be. A pastor should not just be coming to preach. A pastor should be a father to the congregation. That means you should know every member of your flock. You should know you're a shepherd. You should know every member of your flock. Why are you going to? You're calling somebody your spiritual father. Somebody says, "Oh, you're talking about my spiritual father, Major One." I said, "Have you met Major One before?" She said, "No." Have you sat down with Major One? Has he given you any Bible verse like one-on-one? She said, "No." Then how is he your spiritual father?
So sorry. I have had network issues here. Okay. I think I'm just going to round off now so that I can attend to some other things. And finally, let's just do a recap. Ruth is back. I mean, she has been released from detention. She has been bailed. But the case that is preferred against her is that of, I don't know if I will call it extortion or obtaining by tricks, whatever they call it. So as the days go by, we will understand how the case tilts. But as of now, I just want to counsel you, my brothers and sisters. I will never tell you not to go to church. But if you want to go to church, please go to church where the fear of God is paramount. Go to church where people love. Go to church where you will constantly be reminded of the values of the virtues of the kingdom of God. Don't be after miracle. Miracles will follow you. If it is the will of God that you obtain a certain miracle, you will obtain. They will follow you. They are meant to follow us. Signs and wonders follows us, not we running after miracles. And when you are not born again and you are looking for miracle, you are like a car that has no engine. There's no way you will run. You won't smoothly run. A car that has no engine is not a car. It's empty. And that's why Jesus says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I want to believe that there are still many good servants of God. Like Mosima said, that because a pastor said he doesn't want Yahoo money, Yahoo boys in the church, people left the church and went to where, anything goes, just come as you are. And then he said the one who condemned the 419 money is also Nigerian, an FMM pastor. All right, pastor. So we can see that all hope is not lost. Christ still has men. There are still men who are standing for the truth. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for staying by. Now, I just want you to understand that no matter what happens, a lie can travel far. Truth is consistent. And at the right time, the truth will get up to the point where it will get to. And then, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. So whoever is trying to intimidate the poor because of their status, because of what they have, because of who they are, whoever that is trying to intimidate a poor woman like Ruth, because of influence and connection, can do so now, but it will not be eternal. One thing is certain: the rich, the poor, the mighty, the feeble, the high, the low, everyone is susceptible to one thing, and that thing is death. So make haste now while you can. Give your life to Christ if you have not done so. Seek the Lord now that you will find him, because tomorrow might be too late. With this, I greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus, and I'll be seeing you in the next video shortly. Till then, from me to you, I want to say peace from heaven be with all of you. Mosima, God bless you. Yafatao, my sister, God bless you. Love Congo, thank you so much for your contributions. Beatrix Munch, God bless you. Ode, thank you for coming. Rubiat Dean, God bless you. Atme Bazunu, God bless you. Lucia, my beloved sister. My brother, Taiwo Demiluyi, God bless you. Jane Mevo, MJD, Adetunde, every one of you that came by. Velma, God bless all of you. Mugisha Robert, I appreciate all of you. I can assure you I don't take you for granted. Double M, thank you so much. Heavenly Majestic Warrior, Gospel Sofika, I appreciate each and every one of you that came by. Till I come your way again in the next video, I remain your brother in the Lord, Joseph Anel. God bless all of you. From me to you, Shalom.